In the opening scene, we are introduced to Louise, a single mother to her 8-year-old son, Adam. She works as an assistant at Dr. Sharma's clinic 3 days a week. One evening, she heads to a bar to spend some time with her friend Sophie, but Sophie cancels at the last minute. As she's about to leave, she accidentally spills her drink on a man, Dr. David. Louise offers him a drink as an apology, and they end up chatting and enjoying each other's company. Before leaving, David impulsively kisses her. He immediately pulls away, saying he can't do this, and quickly leaves, leaving Louise confused. The next day, Louise is shocked to discover that the stranger she kissed is her new boss, Dr. David, and that he is married to a woman named Adele. Embarrassed, Louise hides in the bathroom while Dr. Sharma gives David a clinic tour. That night, Louise has nightmares involving her son, waking up in a panic and crying. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to David's home, where we see Adele taking care of him. She expresses how lucky she feels to have him, but it's clear that David is nervous and uncomfortable around her. He insists that Adele take her medication and tells her he'll call her at 11:30 a.m. to check on her. At the office, Louise and David have an awkward conversation about the previous night. Louise brushes it off as a misunderstanding, blaming it on being under the influence of alcohol. Meanwhile, Adele is shown lying on her bed, counting her fingers, hinting at her mental fragility. That evening, David and Adele attend a dinner at Dr. Sharma's house. When asked why they moved to central London, Adele explained that she grew up in the countryside and always wanted to live in the city, adding that she wanted David to advance in his career. Back home, David reluctantly follows Adele to her room, and they sleep together, though it's clear he is uncomfortable. The scene then shifts to the past, revealing that Adele met a man named Rob while in a mental hospital. She had been admitted after the death of her parents in a house fire, and since then, David had become her guardian, lover, and now husband. David's burned arm is briefly shown, suggesting a traumatic past event. Returning to the present, David gives Adele his credit card and phone for her to use while he's busy over the weekend. He clarifies that the gesture is practical since he'll be unavailable, and Adele quickly shifts from disappointment to gratitude, saying she's glad he's helping people. At work, David asks Louise about her weekend plans. Wanting to keep her distance, she lies about being busy, despite not having any plans. Adam returns home after spending time with his father, who reveals that his girlfriend is pregnant and they plan to move to France. He asks if Adam can come with them, and after some consideration, Louise agrees. Louise is off work and, after dropping Adam at school, she unexpectedly runs into Adele. Adele invites her for coffee and Louise accepts. Adele and Louise go to a cafe shop and start talking about their lives. Louise tells Adele about her nightmares. It's 11 while they're talking and David calls Adele to check on her. She tells him that she's outside to buy some colors for the painting. David tells her that I'll call you at 2 o'clock on the home's number. Before leaving, Adele and Louise exchange phone numbers and she asks him not to tell David about their meeting. At home, Adele throws her pills and drinks coffee instead. David calls her again and she asks him to do something else out of the schedule. David asks her not to do anything and tells her that he'll come late at home. After that, she makes a painting of woods on the wall. That jungle was her property and we saw a watch inside a well. Adele then goes into the basement and finds a red diary. It's a Rob's diary and there are some instructions written on it. She gives a weird smile while reading his diary. Back in the past, Rob and Adele spent a lot of time together, and seeing this, the nurse asked Rob to keep distant from her. Rob says he's interested in boys, indicating that he's gay. Rob asks her about the watch and she says it's David but he doesn't wear it anymore so she keeps it. Rob feels jealous because no one loves him that much. Rob tries to talk bad about David but she says he's good for me and she trusts him. Back to the present, after spending her whole day with Louise, she brings her home. Adele gives her Rob's diary saying it'll help her to avoid bad dreams. Rob had nightmares so he wrote this diary and gave it to Adele because she also had nightmares. That night, when Louise reads Rob's diary, David arrives to see her. They share some drinks and talk about their first kiss. Louise says she likes him but he's married. They come close again and share a romantic moment. David returns home thinking Adele is sleeping, and goes to another room. While we see she is awaking and her face gives a disturbed look. Despite her initial reservations, Louise becomes increasingly involved with both David and Adele. Her affair with David intensifies, leading to multiple secret encounters. Simultaneously, her friendship with Adele grows, as they bond over discussions about dreams and personal struggles. This dual relationship places Louise in a precarious position, torn between her feelings and the moral implications of her actions. Adele's behavior becomes more erratic. She expresses a desire to rekindle her relationship with David, making efforts like preparing dinner, only to face his indifference. Adele's flashbacks reveal her close friendship with Rob, highlighting their shared experiences and the significance of lucid dreaming in their lives. Adele introduces Louise to these techniques, encouraging her to explore her subconscious. However, Adele's actions suggest a manipulative side, as she withholds information and subtly influences those around her. David grapples with his demons. His relationship with Adele is strained, marked by a lack of communication and unresolved issues from their past. His affair with Louise offers a temporary escape, but it also adds to his guilt and confusion. A confrontation with a troubled patient, Anthony, showcases David's professional challenges and his ability to manage crises, yet his personal life remains in disarray. Through flashbacks, the episode delves into Adele's past, particularly her time with Rob. Their discussions about dreams and personal freedom provide insight into Adele's current behavior and her obsession with controlling her reality. These glimpses into the past hint at traumatic events that have profoundly impacted Adele and David's marriage. Encouraged by Adele, Louise begins practicing lucid dreaming techniques. She experiences vivid and unsettling dreams, including visions of David and Adele engulfed in flames. These experiences blur the line between her waking life and subconscious, leading her to question the nature of reality and her sanity. The episode opens with Louise experiencing a vivid dream where she envisions an idyllic family scene with David and her son, Adam. In reality, David administers medication to Adele, meticulously ensuring she consumes it. Adele is seen with a conspicuous black eye, which she later attributes to an accidental collision with a cupboard door. However, when Anthony arrives unexpectedly and expresses concern for Adele's well-being, Adele's demeanor oscillates between vulnerability and manipulation, casting doubt on the true nature of her injury. The situation escalates when Anthony reports the incident, leading to an internal investigation at David's workplace. Colleagues, including Mr. Sharma, question the circumstances surrounding Adele's injury, and suspicions about David's conduct intensify. Flashbacks delve into Adele's time at a rehabilitation facility, highlighting her profound friendship with Rob. These glimpses into the past reveal Rob's struggles with addiction and his admiration for Adele's seemingly perfect life. Louise continues to explore lucid dreaming, leading to increasingly vivid and unsettling experiences. She uncovers more about their past, particularly the enigmatic figure of Rob. Louise is forced to question the authenticity of the narratives presented to her and the true intentions of those she has grown close to. Adele's actions become increasingly unpredictable. She orchestrates situations that cast doubt on David's character, such as insinuating abuse through her injury, while simultaneously fostering a deep emotional connection with Louise. Her manipulation extends to leveraging Louise's feelings, creating a rift between Louise and David, and positioning herself as a victim in need of rescue. Determined to uncover the reality behind David and Adele's tumultuous marriage, Louise embarks on a journey to Brighton to meet Marianne, David's former lover. Marianne reveals a chilling encounter where Adele vandalized her home and issued threats, showcasing Adele's manipulative and possessive nature. This revelation intensifies Louise's resolve to delve deeper into the couple's past. Confronting David with her newfound knowledge, Louise learns about the mysterious death of Rob, Adele's close friend. David discloses that Rob died of a heroin overdose at their estate, and in a panic, Adele disposed of his body in a well. This dark secret has been a lingering shadow over their marriage, with Adele using it to manipulate and control David. Determined to break free from Adele's grasp, David decides to report the incident to the police, hoping to absolve himself from years of coercion. Aware of David's intentions, Adele spirals into desperation. She sends distressing messages to Louise, implying self-harm and creating a scenario designed to lure Louise into her trap. Upon arriving at Adele's residence, Louise finds the house engulfed in flames. Adele seizes the opportunity to swap bodies with her. This supernatural exchange reveals that Adele possesses the ability to transfer her consciousness into another's body. Once in Louise's body, Adele ensures that Louise, now trapped in Adele's body, succumbs to a heroin overdose, effectively eliminating her. The narrative unveils a deeper, more sinister secret. The real Adele had been long gone. Years prior, Rob, infatuated with David and envious of Adele's life, he deceitfully swapped bodies with her, murdering her in his original body and assuming her identity. Thus, the Adele known throughout the series was, in fact, Rob inhabiting her body. Now, with Louise's body, Rob aims to continue his obsessive pursuit of David. With Adele, Rob, now in Louise's body, she reunites with David, who remains oblivious to the supernatural manipulations that have transpired. Adam senses an unsettling change in his mother's behavior, hinting at the eerie and disconcerting reality that lies beneath the surface. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing videos.